Very happy morning, students. So we are ready with one more topic of fractions, and here in this video we are going to discuss about how to simplify a given fraction or how to convert a given fraction into the lowest term. Suppose if I write, in our previous video also I have shown how 3 by 6 is converted into 1 by 2. So that only we are going to discuss a little bit detail in this video. Okay. So as we have discussed earlier, when 3 by 6 it was written, and we have seen that both 3 and 6 are having one common factor, highest common factor. Obviously 1 is the common factor, and beside one more factor which is common was 3, because 3 is coming in the table of 3, as well as 6 is also divisible by 3. So here 3 is the highest common factor. Now 3 and 6 both are divisible by 3. So what we can do, we can cancel or we can divide both numerator and denominator by 3. So 1 by 2. That means whenever we have to convert any fraction into its lowest term, what we will do? We will divide the numerator and denominator with the same number. Okay, we will cancel both numerator and denominator with the same number. Now this is one of the thing. Similarly, what we can do the same thing with the other question. For example, if I write 24 by 42. Now first of all, there are two options. What you can do, you can just proceed with the smaller number. Like you can see that 24 and 42 both are divisible by 2, because 2 is the common factor. Both are divisible by 3 also, because 3 is again a common factor. Both are divisible by 4. No, 42 is not divisible by 4, so we cannot cancel it by 4. It is not cancelled by 5 also. Both are divisible by 6 again. So what we can do, either we can see which is the highest common factor of the given fractions of the both numerator and denominator, or what we can do, we can start cancelling by a smaller number. So both the things are okay. In whatever you are comfortable, you can go with it. So in simplification, what we will do, we will start to cancel the given fractions numerator and denominator by a common number. So here in this case, what we have found that 24 and 42 both are divisible by 6, because 6 is the highest common factor over there. Okay, so what we will do, we will cancel both of them by 6. Either you can process like this also, 24 and 42 both can be divided by 6. 6 4 is 24, 6 7 is 42. So 4 by 7 is the correct answer here. Now this is one of the process, or what I told you earlier, that also you can do. I am showing that also if somebody will do like that. 24 by 42, this question is given. Both can be cancelled by 2. So 12 and 21. Again 12 and 21 both can be cancelled by 3. So 3 4s are 12, 3 7s are 21. So in both the process, you have to come to a step until and unless there is no common factor except one. We have to come at that step. Okay. So now we can say that 4 by 7 is the lowest term, which we have shown for 24 by 42. This one we have represented in the simplest way. So this one we can do, either we can proceed with the highest common factor, or this way also we can move. But our main conclusion is that we have to reach at that point where there will be no possibility of cancelling it further. Because now if you check 4 and 7, both cannot be further cancelled except one. But what is the use of cancellation by 1? Because if we cancel by 1, we will get the same number again. So here I have shown you that how to get the lowest term, or how to simplify a given number. This is one thing. Now suppose the question changed. Now suppose if the question is given like that, you have got a proper fraction here, and after that they have told you to show in a particular form of numerator or denominator. For example, I am writing the question. Suppose the question is 7 by 9. This fraction is given, and it has been told that represent the given fraction and show its equivalent where the numerator will be 21. Okay. Here they are telling us to write an equivalent fraction with numerator 21. So what the criteria is? They want numerator 21. Okay, this is the criteria. We want the numerator 21. So we have to write an equivalent fraction of 7 by 9 with numerator 21. So what we have to do here, first of all we have to check that for getting 21, what we have to do with 7. Either we have to multiply or divide. Only two options are there. Either we can multiply or divide for getting the equivalent fraction. That also we have discussed in the previous videos. For getting equivalent fraction, either we will divide or multiply. And here we have to multiply because no doubt 21 is bigger than 7. So we have to go for multiplication. If it will be divide, so that time the number will be smaller. The asked number will be smaller there. So here what we have to do? We have to multiply. So now what they have said that we want 21. Now if I need 21, obviously I have to multiply something with 7. But what? If you count the table, 7 ones are 7, 7 twos are 14, 7 threes are 21. That means if I multiply 7 with 3, I will get 21. But here one rule we have to follow, that if we are going to multiply a certain thing with numerator or denominator, the same will be done with the other side. That means if I am multiplying something with numerator, I have to multiply the same thing with the denominator also. So if I am multiplying 3 with the 7, I have to multiply 3 with 9 also. So what we have to do here, 9 should also get multiplied with 3. So 7 threes are 21 and 9 threes are 27. So this is the solution here. So if in any question you will see that a fraction is given and they have told to write an equivalent fraction and what numerator and denominator they want, that is given, this is the way you can proceed. You can also write in this form. Suppose it is written like 7 by 9. We know that we have to multiply by 3 to get 21. So here also we have to multiply by 3 and we will get 27. So you can follow this step and you can write the answer in this way. So this is one example I have given. We can go for one more example. Suppose the number is 4 by 5. And now they are asking that write an equivalent fraction of 4 by 5 with denominator 25. Okay? With denominator 25. So in this case the criteria is denominator and this one they want 25. Okay, denominator now they want 25. So what we have to do, instead of 5 I need 25 and now we know that 25 does come in the table of 5. 5 5s are 25. That means if I multiply 5 with 5 I get 25. What for this? Same number I have to multiply with the numerator. That means 4 should also be multiplied by 5. If the denominator is multiplied by 5, we have to multiply the numerator also with 5. So 4 into 5 is 20. So in this way we can find out the equivalent fraction. If a particular fraction is given, another equivalent fraction is asked with a certain criteria, by multiplication we can do. Similarly, you can go for division also. Let me show you one more example. Through that you can understand how we can proceed in case of division. Let me show you one question. Suppose the fraction is 24 by 36. Okay, this question is given. Now it has been asked that represent this one with denominator 3. Okay, here we have to write the equivalent fraction with denominator 3. So the condition is denominator 3. Denominator 3 is being asked. Let me write it a little bit down. So this 3 is being asked, this one. Now what we have to do, obviously 36 is a greater number and when we have to go to 3, we have to divide, right? From a greater number, if we are moving to the smaller number, we have to divide. From smaller number, if we go to greater number, we have to multiply. From greater to smaller, if we have to go, we have to divide. Now for getting 3, what should we do? How can we understand with what we have to divide? There is one thing you can do. You can divide 36 by 3. So 3 ones are 3, 6. So you can see 12 we are getting as quotient. It means that if we divide 36 by 12, we will get 3. Obviously 12 3s are 36, we know that. So what you can do? You can divide 36 with 12, you can get 3. But we cannot do the thing only with the denominator, we have to do the same thing with the numerator. So what we have to do here? 24 divided by 12. So here 24 when we divide by 12 we will get 2. So in this way you can find out the equivalent fraction, okay, when certain criteria is given. So if a higher number you want to obtain or a smaller number you want to obtain, so this way you can understand what to do with it. Hope so the video is very much useful to you, and in a similar way you will find all the equivalent fraction. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.